Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. A very difficult day for many people, but this is going to be a live stream, unedited, unscripted. Everyone can have their say, and it's a positive message. It's a message to show everybody that you can and you will win. I am winning again today. I will share with you everything. I have been asked to investigate certain bad actors. I am now going to be here for 60 minutes, an investigation, deep dive into the lies in crypto and around the stock market, and reveal the bad actors, tell you what you need to prepare for, and how you can consistently win. This is a very, very easy game when you know the rules. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And I'm going to show you how you can do that, what is true and what isn't. And before I share my investigation and my research with you, let's get a few things absolutely clear. I am not a YouTuber. I broadcast on YouTube. I made my fame and fortune as the world piano man, touring all over the world, ending up with my own Vegas show. I am not here to sell videos, ads, or anything else. I'm here to go live, unedited, unscripted, face you all live and real, share with you everything. So, you know, I'm not selling you anything. My training courses are provided for free. It's my gift put in to the newsletter. I don't tell you what you should do. I don't ask you for money. I don't ask you to send me money. I don't message you. I don't do anything. I just go live, and I have and surrounded myself with great people at the top: Bank of America, Robinhood, Ripple, and many others, CEOs all the time. I call, message, friends in very high places, and I share everything with you. A few of you have commented today saying on X, it's all right for you. You're always winning. You're always up. I 4x'd the market. I 4x'd what Robinhood have been able to achieve with the management fund, because you know, people, the rest of us don't. It's all right for you. Wrong. I share every single trade with you. I've been sharing it all morning on all of my social media platforms. I have no obligation to do so, but I've been doing it. Over the last 24 hours, as I've been investigating the bad actors and what's going on, I've been attacked from every source, and it got me down. So much so, I didn't want to do my morning show. They won the battle, but they're now going to lose the war. Because even though I'm human and I feel and have emotion, because I am here for the right reasons, when I get attacked, it hurts. But I come back stronger, and I win, and I always win, and I always get it done. So let's start. Yesterday, we saw on the markets the FOMC report. I had many people decide in protest not to watch my stream, but just to show some sort of protest, watch Sensei's stream. Makes no odds to me. It's my network. I win whichever channel, whichever stream you watch. But people were doing it and saying Martyn's an idiot and Martyn doesn't know what he's talking about, so we're going to watch it with Sensei. Sensei just smiled and goes, well, it doesn't make a difference. Martyn owns a network. So 1-0 to me. Many of you said, I don't know what I'm talking about with XRP and crypto. Well, this is where our investigation begins. And it'll end with SGov, T-bills, VOO, and Coca-Cola, all of which I'm winning on. So let's start with our investigation. 60 minutes of research provided for free, no purchase necessary, no download necessary. You don't have to send me any money. I'm not selling you any programs or offering to custodian and hold your crypto for you at thousands of dollars of fees and all the rest of it. So you asked me to explore and investigate certain actors in the crypto space. I did so. I spent some time doing it behind the scenes, and what I found was repugnant. What I found was disappointing to be a human, disappointing to be on YouTube when this kind of parasitic, viralatic nonsense breeds. We live in a world where people are selfish, greedy, and will do anything for some unqualified fame or fortune. And being on YouTube is an unqualified fame or fortune. It's an honor people choose to watch you. Don't get your ego too big. Yesterday, I was hurt by the fact that many chose to, or my trolls chose to watch on Sensei rather than with me, and my numbers were down on my stream. It hurts. It does. But I leave my ego at the door because I own the network. The network, YouTube, is bigger than me. Of course it is. Yes, you might watch me and might enjoy my content, but without YouTube doing its thing and sharing it, I'm nobody. I can sell theatres and concerts all over the world, but I can't sell YouTube without YouTube. YouTube isn't me. My channel isn't me. My channel is you. It's those that watch and YouTube who share it to you. So it's not about how big you are. It's about the network. So understand that. So in my research, I found some terrible stuff being preached online. And how do they get away with it? And how qualified is it? Send me your money. I'll hold it as a custodian for you. Send me thousands of dollars to do that. Never do that. You don't need to pay somebody to hold your crypto. I have never in my life heard something so repugnant. Why are people doing it? Well, because they profess to have financial qualifications, certain credentials. I researched this. These credentials can be achieved in an hour online in Texas. When I first came to Texas, I was quite surprised that within hours, you can become a licensed roofer, a licensed insurance broker, and now a crypto advisor. Especially crypto, very loose rules available. Fill out a few online forms, say a few things, and boom, you are able to tell people and give some kind of gradation to advising people on crypto. Just people believe it. There I am. I'm a professional. I know what I'm talking about. Send me money. Everyone's doing it. You might as well do it. Utter nonsense. Now, here's where it gets really painful and scary and what really upsets me. Because I came into this space to help people. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you and show you how you can all win. Because I'm winning again today. Unlike those that are holding crypto today. Number one. Don't believe anybody that says, send me your, let me run your crypto for you. Pay me thousands of dollars to do it. You don't need to do it. Don't listen to anybody who says they've got some accreditation or qualification and then they'll go, I'm not a financial advisor, but I have this. It doesn't mean anything. You can achieve the same qualification in an hour on the internet. It's rubbish. Here's where it gets really scary though. If people tell you, and the same people that are selling the nonsense say to you incredibly high predictions like XRP is going to 10,000, 100,000. I heard it at 10,000 last night. Just look at the numbers. It makes no sense at all. And it's so insanely ridiculous, it makes it believable. And here's what's really dangerous though and scary. We live in a world now that is so complicated and complex, no one understands anything anymore, including myself. Things are very complicated. I only understand what I learn from speaking to people at the business, at the companies, the CEO. The noise online, not interested. People can say and do anything. So if they come out with such crazy statements, you are hooked by it. It sounds so exciting. It's so complex. You don't understand it. You buy into it. And here is the worst part of it. They can get away with it over and over and over again. Because when it goes wrong, and it will, and it always does, you will never blame yourself. You'll never take responsibility for yourself. You will never blame them. You will, because you are in this cult-like environment. You will blame everybody else. People even blame me. Martyn Lucas is pumping and dumping a certain stock or an asset. I have no control over any stock or any crypto. We've tried and experimented with it to see what would happen. It doesn't happen. I can't do it. People then will blame the president, whoever he is. They'll blame Vladimir Putin. They'll blame Doris next door. They won't blame the person they've been watching and been preached at from. They won't blame themselves. They'll always blame somebody else. So what they'll do is they'll come back for more. Now, the last time we were asked to investigate this nonsense, it was for a company that went bankrupt, FFIE, Faraday Futures. It was being preached by a known convicted gambler who had millions of followers, 2.5, 3 million, I think. And he was telling everybody that you need to buy FFIE. It's great. I told everybody it was bankrupt. It couldn't even pay its rent on its own offices. They thought because if they all buy it together in some kind of club, we can change it. You can't. I have ranked number one for many stocks, many assets, and we've had large audiences, and it makes no difference when everyone buys. It really doesn't. You can move a very small market cap, perhaps, but large market caps, not a chance in hell. It's a complete and utter nonsense. And when it fails, and it always does, I watched what happened in this case. They still follow this guy, and they blame everybody else. They don't blame themselves. They worship this guy online, and they're still doing it. It's addictive. It's dangerous. It's terrifying. It's repugnant. And I feel embarrassed to call myself a broadcaster and embarrassed to be a human in this world when this exists. It never goes away. It just gets worse. And the bigger the lies and the bigger the exaggeration, the more believe it. It is easy to get some kind of accreditation for crypto advisory in Texas. It's so easy. I can go online in an hour and achieve it, and then tell everybody I'm an expert, and then charge everybody thousands of dollars to give me their crypto to take care of it, and then promise guaranteed returns, and then guarantee inflated growth on it. Absolute, utter nonsense. And I've observed this on many channels and watched the amount of people that are buying into this, following this, sending money. So what did I do? I reached out, contacted them, left messages, spoke in chat. What happened? Polite comments, warning of a incoming carry trade unwind. It's already happening. Block, 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 block. My Lucasades joined me. Warning of a similar thing. Block, block, block. You're not allowed to have your say saying that this is all false. And all I was doing was warning of upcoming carry trade unwind. Be careful. Wasn't running the person down, wasn't calling them an idiot, just being polite. Block, 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 block. They do not want it because you cannot sell if people who have some voice that's effective, like what we do, are calling you out on it. You don't want that. You don't want that. We, on the other hand, are open for everyone. I don't block anyone. Anyone has a voice, I invite them on the show. They can comment, they can speak, they can call in. No one's blocked unless they're rude or offensive, not just having their mind. There's a difference. The other thing I investigated on several channels spreading the same news was they were appearing to be answering questions and comments and super chats when in fact, if you watch closely, they were set up. There was the questions being asked in the chat were never being answered. The super chats that they were sharing were never actually in the stream. Set up. So the whole narrative looks great, but it's all nonsense. And I feel it's so awful that you have the power to go online and steal from people, rob from people. I find it repugnant that this exists. For what? You can own another silly truck, another silly Ferrari. Is that what gets you out of bed? Well, I can tell you that I am here to help people. I'm live. I don't want you to send me your money. I don't want you to, I will never message you. I will never tell you what I want an asset to be because it sounds great and it makes you feel good, even though it would get me more views. I'm not here for the views. I'm here for the real engagement with my real viewers. So I'm going to now show you how you can actually win and actually make money and never lose. Now we've spent the first part of this live stream talking about the repugnant, disgusting humans that people say bad humans are animals. I've never met a disgusting animal. I respect animals. Animals are just pure. They're just native. They're just basic instinct. Humans, on the other hand, can be repugnant and disgusting. And many online now are repugnant and disgusting. And people think it's great. It's all lies. It's all fake. It's all shallow. The qualifications are worthless. You can buy them online in an hour. Never send me your money. I will never message you, and I will not make false claims, and I'll not pretend I know certain people when I don't. And when I get it all wrong, because I would, you'll end up loving me anyway, because we'll just blame somebody else. Anyway, now let's move on to actually how you can win and turn this red day into a green day, shall we? So overnight, we saw liquidity come into the market. That was supposed to pump crypto. It didn't. They tried to pump it and then they dumped it. Those that love it and think it's great, in 5 minutes, dumped it. They opened it up, they pumped it, they dumped it. Down it goes again. And XRP, by the way, can go under $1. And the chances, and I've modeled the carry trade unwind now at 90%. And if it does its full unwind, which I don't know if it will, I can't possibly know, and no one does. If it does, crypto is down 80%. So somewhere between where we are now, we're already off, 30% off the highs, another 80%. If the full unwind, if it only unwinds like last time, 17%, then crypto's down 30, 40%. Somewhere in that range. 90% certain I am. So I'm not in crypto. You keep asking me, when am I going to re-enter? I'm not going to enter it at this price because the conditions are so repugnant, and those that in the space make me just feel I don't ever want to touch it. Maybe that's the idea. They want to own it all to themselves. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not in XRP or Bitcoin. I've owned whole Bitcoin. I've owned XRP. I will be back, hopefully when the idiots are gone and it becomes something credible again, but I can't see that anytime soon. So I'm out of my crypto. So what am I in and what's my position? Here we go. Markets are down. I'm down at just $795 today out of nearly $300,000. Just a ripple on the pond. I'm protecting my money for very good reason. Why am I protecting my money? Well, my year to date is 28.29. It was 39. Obviously, the bar keeps moving. 39, just yesterday. I Forexed what Robinhood have achieved for me because they're not crooked and awful like the repugnant traders online with XRP. However, they are moving in and out of positions so they can make more money from my trades. So I've outperformed them by 4x. My management fund is that Robinhood manage is way below this. So I'm protecting my money because I'm just off an all-time high. Yesterday I reached 2855. We're now at 2849. We're just off an all-time high despite all of this. So my money is safe and protected. So what am I buying? I've been very busy trading today, moving, shuffling the pack to improve my position. What have I been doing? Well, I've been buying the S&P on the drop. In a few moments, when we hit 631, which we will, I will sell using my lots to bring my allocation down, to rebalance my portfolio, sell for a wash, will not pay any tax on those positions. I then load my average because I'm preparing and building from the bottom, not the top. I'll repeat that. I've been buying this morning. I'll show you. This is my real money, by the way. These people will never show you their real money, their real bank accounts. They won't allow everyone to call in. The super chats that I get live will be shared on the screen as they happen for real. They don't do that. I do that. So this is what I've been buying with my real money this morning. You can see there today I bought another $20,000 of the S&P at 627.53. So I think that's slightly lower than where we are now. Yes. Yeah, a lot lower than where we are now. $3 less than where we are now. So when we go back up into 631, I'll be selling like this to build my position, preparing for the carry trade and maybe a recession. That's back on the table. And rate cuts are off the table, by the way, after the jobs this morning. So if we go to selling tax lots here, I'll bring this up for you. Right, there you go. These are my tax lots on the screen. And you can see at the bottom there, 598. It's not showing the ones I bought today, which are even lower. You can't do today's until tomorrow. But you can see at the top, if I sort it by, in fact, I think, am I in my Roth? Am I in my Roth? I need to go. Oh, I was in my Roth. I was in my main account. Okay. Beg your pardon. Okay, trade, sell, tax lots, selling tax lots, sort, okay, sort highest to lowest. There you go. So 630, when I get to 630, I can sell those. Watch. There you go. I can sell that lot. When it hits 630.86, I rounded it up to 681. I will, at this moment, I will lose $37. When it hits there exactly, I will set a limit order and sell it, and I'll make no profit, no gain, no loss, pay no taxes, whatever, and my average will go vroom. Because 630, 120 shares at 630 will go, and it will focus on what I just bought today at 597. Was it 597? Okay, so I'm building a position from the bottom because I know an unwind is coming. And I want more of the S&P, but I want it at lower prices. Protecting my position, building my position. Not gambling, not speculating, not promising anybody anything, not contacting you, not charging you money to buy this information. Our training course is free. It's included for free. My gift to you into the newsletter. And I'll win. And I'll keep making money. And I'll never lose. You can do the same. I share the information with you. I understand what I'm doing. I make it all public. I show you my real trades and my real money. So there's my S&P position that I'm building. Okay, that's that one. Continue out of here. Next is SGov. SGov, I have got a limit order to sell SGov. Can you see it there on the screen? A limit order to sell at 150 cents. Can you see that? 150 cents, 697 shares. What, $69,000? Why am I doing that? There it is. When we go to 100.51, which we will by the end of the day, 100% guaranteed. And that is 100% guaranteed. I will sell and I will clear my margin. This morning, I used my margin to buy the S&P and Coca-Cola. Why would I use margin when I've got $111,000 in SGov? Because I don't want to sell it without making another penny per lot bill profit. And I know 100% it will be there within the next couple of hours. 100%. You can see it there, look. $11. I entered this particular trade yesterday. There you go, $16. It'll go once it goes to up to the 51, which it will 100%. It'll be somewhere in the region of about somewhere in the region of about $60 profit. What I've earned 100% guaranteed in 24 hours. And I've done the same thing on my Roth tax-free. And on my main account, it's tax less because you don't get state taxes on T-bills. So I get even more. In Texas, that is for me. For you, it might be different. So guaranteed 100% make a profit on that. And that will pay off the margin that I used this morning. And I'll show you, I used margin. See that? Look, $68,000 of margin. As long as I do that by the end of the day, I won't get any fees. It'll be unsettled. And I'll end up not paying any interest on that. And my margin will be cleared again. And the T-bills will be sold. And I will have more of the S&P, which is now going back up. I'm in the green again. Guaranteed win, 100%. Now, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a defensive position. Now, let me be absolutely clear. Coca-Cola will go down on a carry trade. So why am I buying it? Because it will go down about a third less than the S&P. I don't want to be out of the market. I don't want to be hiding under a rock, waiting for something that may or may not happen, even though I say it's 90%. I don't know how much it will be. I don't know how quick it will be. Normally a few hours. But I want to be in a defensive play when I know the business is solid. I read the balance sheet. I understand it. I know why it's down today. It's down today on the news of the change of CEO. That's it. We had Costa Coffee last week, which brought me down to here. Fantastic. Nonsense, utter nonsense. And now today we have a change of CEO. This stock, I understand the business. I understand the people that own it. I talk to the people that own it. I know what happens. And what has happened is we've sold off today because of a change of CEO. Is Coca-Cola in trouble? No. Is Coca-Cola going anywhere? No. Is it going to go up for Christmas? Yes. Why? It does at Christmas, plus we have the World Cup and other things, the new flavors and so on and so forth. Coca-Cola is a defensive play and money will run to it when it leaves. Oh, I've just bought some more Coca-Cola. I've just bought some more. I had a limit order set in there. There you go. 69.05. So now I've got even more to lower my average. I'm just buying more. I've just bought even more. So I'm down 0.6. So again, what am I going to do? Well, my Coca-Cola position now is 28% of my portfolio. Little heavy. So what I want to do is pay off the margin. I want to lower the average. I want to protect my portfolio. I'm building a position from the bottom. And don't forget those dividends, which will pay out in February. I've got 1,300 shares now, $90,000. Woohoo! I can have a seat on the board. I'm only joking, right? There'll be people that clip that and say, oh, now Martyn Lucas thinks he's on the board, right? So anyway, what I'll do, same scenario. I will go trade. I will go sell. I will go tax lots. I will go like this, like this. There we go. I will sort from the top to the bottom. There you go. All of these down the bottom were today. Look at that. December the 11th. I bought like 90 grand today. No, about 70 grand today. All these at the bottom aren't showing up because they're today. I can't lot those, and I don't want to lot those. I want to keep those. They're lower. I want to sell the ones at the top. So when we get back to $70.04, which we will, 100%, I will click that button there, light that one up, and I'll sell for a wash. No gain, no loss. I will simply sell that for a wash. I will now then pay off more of my margin or my T-bills, whichever way I do it. I will reduce my average. I will improve my position, and I protect myself from the upcoming nonsense that we're all about to experience. So that is how you win. And that is why, if I look at my year-to-date is up. My 3 months is up. My 1 month is up. My 1 week is down very slightly. And I'm building a position. And I'm only just off an all-time high. Despite all of this, I'm safe. I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm protected, I'm guaranteed to be making money, I never lose, I'm going to win. I read the balance sheets, I talk to people, I understand, I don't make up bloody silly nonsense. This is how you do it, folks. I'm sharing it with you because I want everyone to win. So there you go. And while all this nonsense is going on, crypto XRP is going down and down and down. It can go way under $1. If the carry trade unwinds, which 90% chance it will, it's down 80% if it unwinds to the maximum. I can confirm to you today 100% the Bank of America have been dumping. Robinhood have been dumping. You know they had some for testing. Bank of America had some for testing. They've been dumping it. I can confirm that. I can show you Robinhood's chart going down because it's been holding so much of XRP and Bitcoin. They're and Ethereum too. They've been dumping it. I know. So there we go. We're now going to go to comments and questions. Up to this point, we've been members only, so I didn't have to have any nonsense in the chat. But now I'm going to, unlike the trolls and the idiots and the repugnant, disgusting people out there, I'm going to open it up for everyone. Everyone can ask me because now I'm ready now. This morning I was deeply upset by it all. The fact that people wanted to protest against me, go against me when I'm the one being honest, real, transparent, showing my real money, showing my real positions. Every single trade I put on my social media, every single time. I don't sell you anything. You can watch for free. I'm not asking you to send me your money so I charge you thousands. I'm not making predictions that are so stupid that people will believe it and then pretending I'm some kind of something I'm not with some silly nonsense that isn't worth anything. So now we're going to open it up to you and you can ask me anything you want. But this morning I was deeply upset and you didn't see that. I'll show you again. Look at this. Look at this. Look what happens. Let me show you. Ready? Watch. Look at the subscribers. Look. You unsubscribe every time. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to change doing the right thing. I know no other social media, no platform, no news outlet, no TV channel would do that. They always follow the audience. If Tim Cook thought half of his customers were idiots, he wouldn't say it because they've got to keep selling iPhones. I will tell you if you're an idiot. I will on purpose lose subscribers. It's what makes this channel different. I'm not doing it to get your subscription. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do to help you win. And sadly, millions and billions don't understand that. But they will. And I do care. I want the whole world to win. But as Leah said this morning, you can't change people. You can't change the world. You can't fix stupid, greedy, selfish people who get up in the morning and they're motivated by money. They're not human. They're these repugnant parasites. They can't help it. All they want is power and money and stuff. I don't want power and money and stuff. Just want to help people. Right, so we're going to open it up to, how do I do this now? I'm going to open it up to everybody so you can all, I'll answer all questions. So subscribers, there we go. Anyone who wishes to can now leave a comment. So let me go to the top. We've not had many comments because nearly all the trolls can't comment, but they can now. So Martin, you're the best. I don't care what anyone else says. Thank you, Samuel. James. Martin, it's now 9:36 in Texas, 1 hour from now. We got a star guest on the show. Thank you. What do we have here?
At Poorman to Richmond donated $1.99 through a super chat. Transparency, family, winners. Keep your head up, red heart emoji.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Sean John, now it's 9:36. 1 hour from now. I'm not sure what that means. I see. This was earlier on. Okay. Good morning, Lucas Aids. High energy. Good morning, high energy. Okay, let's scroll down. A few of these were from before I went live. Good morning, all. Good morning, Terry. Good morning, 1970 Buckley. XRP lies. Got my popcorn ready. Oh, what do we have here?
At High Energy Investments donated $10 through a super chat. I watched JC for the first time last night and saw what you saw. They even mentioned you and called you bum. I know they were bashing you because the truth hurts his business. God bless you, Martyn.
I'm not at all saying that I was on that channel last night at all. I'm talking about general channels in general. I'm talking about the whole space. I'm not calling out individuals. I'm simply alerting everyone for the whole space. Good morning, Florida. Good afternoon from Barbados. Is this our daily episode I'm not sure what that means. Good morning from Norway. Hello, MW. Hello, everyone. Good morning, all. Anubis, hi. Christchurch, Barbados, William. Hello there. Jumped out of my skin when the music started there. Lovely stuff. St. Michael, close though. Yolanda, she loves it. I guess a bad day. No, a good day if you understand how it works. I'm bearish. Fed cut because of something going bad is my thought. Yes, it's not good. Absolutely, but they didn't overreact either, so let's be careful. Let's not get too carried away. HOVR, having a better day today, thank you. No, St. Michael stream, you are close though. Yes, I was invited. I'm reading in personal comments here. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's a great place to visit and even better to live here. Smash the like. Thank you so much indeed. YouTube is bigger than Netflix. It is. Hello, Martyn and everyone. How are you? Santa Claus Rally. Hello there. This is just more opportunity. What is a convicted gambler? What is a convicted gambler? It's exactly what it is. What I just said it is. You're convicted for gambling. There it is. Problem is there any few adults left? There are very few adults left. Hate, I've kept this XRP 20% down. Well, the chances are you're going to lose 80%. I don't know. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm certainly not telling you to send it to me and charging you thousands to do it. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. If everyone runs out tomorrow and starts buying it for some crazy reason, it goes back up again. I just cannot be involved in that. Do you not think the carry trade is priced in? Crypto is far from all-time highs right now. Everyone knows about the yen carry trade. People excited the crash, but that does not scream sell the news. Nemesis. Musicians tell the truth. Just turn on your radio and listen to the lyrics. Martyn is a diamond of truth. He is only trying to help you guys understand the markets. My comments are not showing up. They certainly are. I just read it. Are we in a bear market? Thoughts, Martyn? We in a bear market? We won't know another 6 months. No one does until you've had 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Martyn reminds me of the musician from Luciet Suite and Deep Space Nine. Sounds good. I'm into oil, said Stephen. I watched the guy for the first time last night for 20 minutes and saw what you saw. Agreed with most of what you said, but I draw the line at hyenas, terrible animals. Hyenas, they're terrible animals. Not really. They're just eating. They're just animals surviving. I've got respect for animals. I've got often more respect for animals than I do for people, to be honest with you. Animals are just basically nature. They're like plants and trees and stuff like that. I mean, they just do. Anyway, we've got a super chat. We've got a star guest on the show. Thank you. What do we have here? Please put a comment next time. It'll read it out.
At Junaid Jamshade 8868 donated $1.99 through a super chat.
You should not need to explain yourself. There will always be trolls. Just ignore them. But for the record, I do think you're wrong about XRP. I want you to be absolutely clear here, Nemesis. I think you're new to my channel. I bought XRP at 38 cents. We had the biggest audience in the world for the 60 Minutes Brad Garlinghouse interview. I'm going to have Brad on the show. We like XRP. I don't like the people who are buying it and selling it and lying to people. I don't like the way it's being manipulated. There's nothing wrong with the technology, but you're not buying the technology. The technology, if you want to buy the technology of XRP, you buy Ripple, but you can't unless you are a private customer, a private investor, and you can't, or you can buy the institutions that use it, the banks. The coin is merely a popularity contest, and it's being exploited. It's being taken advantage of. I'm not against XRP. Be absolutely clear here. Just my opinion on oil, said Stephen. JC, appreciate your time and energy. Celebrate the family. Don't let negativity with your emotions. It's very hard, though. His name must be blocked. Oh, yeah, probably. Why? Why would you not set the limit order now? Why would you not set the limit order now, Martyn? What do you mean, a limit order? I do set limit orders. I don't set sell orders. When it drops and get out of it on a loss, I don't do that. Of course, I set limit orders to buy. That's very different. If I'm in an asset and it goes down, of course I want to buy more. Why are we blocking his name? There's lots of names on this channel that are blocked. Anyone can speak. Anyone can be on the show. Anyone can call in. Anyone has a voice. But if you're spamming the same name over and over again to promote the lies and the nonsense of any channel, I've got hundreds of words that you can't say in the chat. I'll openly admit that and tell you. If you come in here, and I mean, there's loads of things. There's loads of bad actors, bad projects, people would spam all day long. We don't want that in the chat. We're not here to promote nonsense and be part of it. We're here to help people make money. And my viewers and members don't want to be plagued by people's names that go around scamming people. We don't want that. My daughter came out of her operation, all went perfect. Back with her mum now, be home for tomorrow. Walkers wonders why. Fantastic. Everyone sent you positive thoughts and it all went well. Fantastic. Great news. He wants 2,000 from you to hold and manage your crypto. Not even going to comment to that. Thank you for, thank you. JC almost got to me. So I thought, could we not talk about this person? I'm not even referring to that person. I'm talking about lots of people in the space. I don't want to talk about that person anymore. I don't want to mention his name. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not interested. I've done my research across the whole board, and I'm not interested in wasting my time talking about individual people and what they're doing. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in you and how we make money. I mean, you want, that's all right. Less than 3 weeks, the show will be over. XRP. Yeah, XRP will not go to, I'm hearing 10,000 now. Forget 100. I'm hearing 10,000. It's getting even more desperate because it hooks even more people in. Coca-Cola. I've got another buy order. Hang on, folks. I'm going to buy some more Coca-Cola. So here we go. 69.05. Trade by limit order 69. Whoops. Completed, another 200 shares, $14,000. There we go. All right, and then we'll trim on the way up. So there you saw me do it. There I just bought Coca-Cola, preparing for the carry trade, getting those dividends, buying on the way down. When it pops back up, I will sell the ones higher up and rebalance my portfolio. You just saw me do it. That was live on the show. So there you go. Right. Let's go down here. What's happening on the 19th of December? This is this is when Japan decide to raise rates. And if they do, boom. Okay. Evtol, chat is now open. Yeah, now you're saying, Justin, I am planning on buying more Coca-Cola at 68.88. You got all these numbers. You're looking at charts. I'm not. I know what it's worth to me. I know what the business is worth. The chart means nothing. You're trying to these are the support lines, the resistance levels, blah, blah, blah. This is where people are more likely to buy it. I get that. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a different style of investing. What I am doing is I'm buying increments on the way down. That is still for me. It just gets better and better. The purchases get bigger and bigger. And as we pop up, which we will, I will sell the higher ones and it will make no difference. This way, I guarantee to get the bottom. I will get the bottom 100%. And I'll trim on the way up and bring it back into balance. 100% I will get the bottom. If you wait for a level, you might not. This is why I do it the way I do it. This is how I was able to grow my portfolio so quickly this year. I bought the very bottom with $500,000. I bought the bottom of the V-shaped Liberation Day. I bought on the way down, got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then by the time the bottom came, it was getting really mental. And then as I came up, I just started trimming. That's how you do it.
At June 8, Jamshade 8868 donated $1.99 through a super chat. 19th December, good entry point after crypto crash?
Well, you don't want to be waiting for that day because it's not a secret what's happening on the 19th of December. The whole world knows what's happening on the 19th of December. So you don't want to be just putting that in your diary and going, on that day, I'm going to buy it. Because people front run it. People will front run your trades. Those that with data centers and fiber optics will outrun and outperform you every time anyway. So you can't do that. What you can do is and again, I'm not telling you what to do, not suggesting what you do, but this is how I will win 100%. Because I am buying on the way down. I'll end up buying the bottom of what I know. I'll end up getting better prices and I'll trim on the way up. I don't need to guess. I don't need to wait the 19th of December. I know what is happening in Japan. But I'm not waiting to be spoon-fed the information on the 19th of December and then trying to react to it. I'm being proactive, investing when it's going down. As you can see now, my S&P has turned green. I can start to trim. And what will happen is Coca-Cola will follow suit. It always follows about 5-10 minutes behind it. Right? So now we can go into into S&P and now we can trim, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We've got a position of $120,000 now, 35%. Now, that doesn't sound very much when I want to be 100% in the S&P, does it? But when I start to sell my Coca-Cola, that will go up very quickly and it will go back into reducing margin. So that percentage will go up quickly. So it's kind of a hidden number at the minute. It's kind of like eluding you, thinking, oh, I've only got 35%. When I sell my Coca-Cola as it goes up, which it will, that number will dramatically go up. But what I can do is I can now go into sell and I can go into tax lots here. Now, if you don't have tax lots, you'll have lots. Makes the difference. Tax lots, there you go. Now I'm in the green on all of my positions. Now I'm winning again. So let's turn the studio green. Here we go. So this is where we make sense of it all. So if we search from the top to the bottom, this is the way I like to do it. The one at the bottom, that's the one I bought for the lowest price today on the dip. Don't want to sell that. I want to sell the one at the top. Now I can sell the one that's 120 shares at 130.86 and actually make a profit. I can make a profit and reduce my position right now. However, because I've just bought more Coca-Cola, I don't want to sell that. A few moments ago, I said I want to sell that, and I can. Look, I can click there, and I can sell right now for $142 profit. 100%. I'm making money again. Never lose. I can sell that $139 right now. Take the profit. Lower my average because the 630s are the highest ones. They can be gone. Should I do it? In the chat, should I do it? Should I take the profit? Should I do it? In the chat, how many people say I should do it? If everyone says do it, I'll do it. I don't care because I'm going to win anyway. Right. In the chat, say yeah, sell it. Tell me, and I can pay off all my margin like that. Because we're going to go lower. What do you reckon? If I get enough yeses in the chat, I'll do it. All right? 147. It'll pay off my margin in 3 seconds. So profit, guaranteed, 100%. What do you reckon? I'll do it? What do you reckon? Any takers? No, hold, do a vote, no, yes, profit. Yeah. What it'll do is it'll take off the top, it'll lower my average, give me more money to buy at the bottom. It will unbalance my portfolio for a moment, only for a moment, because I'll just then sell Coca-Cola. 69.05. Coca-Cola is now coming up as well. It's 5 minutes behind it. There you go. From experience, that's what tells me. There we go. See, it's coming up now. I'll trim that in a minute. So I'm 50-50. Doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. A win's a win, right? Should I do it? Making 170. My aim is to always make money every day. I want to make $1,000 a day. That's what I aim to do. $1,000 a day is not bad. Guaranteed, no risk, no stress, no drama. I will pay a bit of tax on that. Doesn't really matter though, does it? Don't be afraid by that. Then my average then will be 6. My average will come down. In fact, I'll show you what my average is. If I show you here on the screen, right? Right now, my average is 629.68. Can you see here? 629.68. 629.68. I've got $120,000 in the S&P. So I've decided to I've decided that I'm going to take the profit. So $162. I mean, it's not bad in a day, is it? I mean, literally since yesterday. So $160. If I look here, you'll see my 629.68. Watch it drop. 629.68. Watch it drop, and it will pay off all my margin. Watch. Ready? Done. Review. 629.68. 629.68. Remember that? 629.68. 629.68. There you go. 627.69. So basically what I've done now, I've paid all the margin off again. I've reduced my position. I've paid off my margin. I've lowered my average. As you can see, if I come back to here, I'm now up, making money again. My average is much, much lower, 627.69, 17% of my portfolio. It's not a problem because if we get the unwind, I can buy a lot more at lower prices. And we are 29 times earnings. So now my margin will be gone. Oh, I've got 20,000 left because I just bought more Coca-Cola, haven't I? Right. So now I go back to Coca-Cola and see this here. Now we're coming up. I just bought it. Didn't I buy it for 69?
At Diesel_Ada3 donated $1.99 through a super chat. Sing I don't wanna lose your XRP, tonight.
Yeah. I don't know that one, gotta be honest. I know this one. You ready? XRP. There we go. So we're back to, so there we go. Now the Coca-Cola we just bought. Didn't we just buy some for 69 flat, 68? Didn't we? Let's have a look. Scroll down. Yeah, 68. So there we go. We bought it at 68. Now then, we now want to reduce the size of this position. 40% now my portfolio is Coca-Cola. That's not that problem. If we're going down and it's a defensive play, and it's oversold, and it's 23 times earnings rather than 29, it's not a bad thing, plus a higher dividend. It's not a bad thing anyway. But it's a little heavy. So what we want to do is when we get to the 70, we'll trim and then bring everything in balance, and that's it. Now then, I've got my T-bills waiting to sell. Remember I told you I've just got my T-bills ready to sell, my limit order. Well, if you look here now, I've just sold the S&P. I've improved my position. I've lowered my averages and so on and so forth. How much margin have I got? I've got 20,000. 20, let's call it 21, right? 21,000. So I want to raise 21 grand. So what I want to do, I'm going to go to SGov, because any moment now this is going to sell for 51. Let's change that limit order to 21,000. Can you see that there? Look, replace the limit order. Replace the limit order. It's currently at 70 grand. I don't want that now. 21,000. I need 200. 210. There we go. 210. Continue. 150. Review. Swipe. 210. There we go. Pending. Placed. So now what will happen, I will sell just 210 shares of SGov to pay off the margin. That'll happen at any moment. As soon as we hit 51, look, 50, 51, it'll just all of a sudden, in the next couple of hours, that'll do that. That'll pay off the margin. I've made a profit again today. I've improved my position. I've lowered my averages. It's great.
At June 8, Jamshade 8868 donated $1.99 through a super chat. Do you plan to add crypto again? What price?
Well, there you go. Now there's a question, innit? There's a question, because my audience will punish me if I say no. So do I lie and say, oh yeah, I can't wait to buy it? The honest truth is, whether you subscribe to me or not, I'll tell you the truth. Right now, I don't like the space. The manipulation is unparalleled. The lack of knowledge of this investment is awful. I see no reason to buy crypto at the moment at any price. At the moment. Things will change. And let me tell you for why. Eventually, 90% of all this, let me show you this, 90% of all this will be gone. See all this? This rubbish, 90% of this will be gone. You'll be left with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, maybe, right? All this will be gone. The space will clean up. Most people will get wrecked and lose all their money and get margin called and got leveraged out of it anyway. And the bad actors will be caught out, because eventually, like Tom Lee saying we're going to go 200,000 by the end of the year, and now it's like, well, maybe all-time high, which is 126 by January. And they're all making it up. They're all selling stuff. And the online influencers, when it doesn't get 10,000 by the end of the year, nobody will care. They'll still come back for more, as I've already proved to you. That's what happens. However, eventually, the space, and I don't mean people, because there's always going to be idiots and liars and scammers and trolls, but eventually the space will mature. It's not there yet. And when it is, and it's an investable space, I can return to it. Right now, I know, and my only target is to make $1 million live on the show. The target was to go from $5,000 to $1 million live on the show without doing options, shorts, or anything like that, just by investing and trading like I do. And I'm going to do that. I'm way ahead of schedule. I don't need a Ferrari. I don't need you to send me millions of dollars. I don't need it. All I've got in the whole world is this. That's how much money I have. I've got nothing in the bank. That is my entire wealth. I feel rich enough. I own my house. I've got no car loan. I owe no money. That's what I've got. I'm happy with that. So why do I want to risk it? Why do I want to gamble, speculate? I don't want 10 Ferraris. I don't need them. So there's no reason to give up sleep, health, stress, drama to what? Achieve something that has no value. You see, that's the point. Some people who get up in the morning who are happy to go online and create nonsense, they are driven by money. It's like a poison. Everything is about how much money I can make today. I really genuinely care about my audience. So, I haven't got the incentive like that. So at the moment, I don't see you need to invest in anything else other than what I'm investing in to make all the money you ever need forever. Right now, VU, SGov, Coca-Cola. And let me tell you, this is an absolute fact, absolute truth. I've got it all backed up evidence. The best advice is free. The advice that people charge you for is always the worst advice because they can make it sound so dramatic and stuff, you'll fall into the trap. The other stuff sounds boring, so you won't want to do it. But also, they can't sell the free stuff. Warren Buffett once explained that in a meeting. He said, the best advice I can ever give you is buying the S&P. But nobody will ever tell you that because no one makes any money from saying it. I've shown you that I've got a billionaire friends that invest with companies like Fisher, and they'll give them a list of stocks that they have organized and selected. And I've looked at the list. It's basically S&P 500. And they charge them thousands of dollars a month to do it. Robinhood would charge you money to manage your fund. They have a fund for me. Up to $1,000, it's free. So I've got $250 in it. And I've outperformed them because they keep buying and selling to get me to trade to make them money. As long as they perform enough and keep me as a customer, they're happy. Special guest live on the stage. What do we have here?
At Junaid Jamshade 8868 donated $1.99 through a super chat. Best advice I had all last year. You've been on point.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not lost on a trade. I don't know. Listen, if you win consistently, even if you win a little bit, just $1, if you do that consistently over time, you'll beat everybody else who wild swings, because they'll win big one day and then they'll think they're great and they'll do it again and they'll lose on the next time. But if you keep winning and never stop, compounding, you just keep winning. And it just keeps on going. And you 5,000 to 200, anyway, whatever. Right. Right. I'm going to wrap this up. Have we got any more comments and questions? So the S&P is going up. Nice. I'm making money. That's what we want to do. I'm making money. I'm in profit. Now I want to be back in the S&P. Remember I just sold? I want to buy lower. I've improved my position because I've got a week to go. What day is it for the dividends on VU? Now remember, don't buy S&P for the dividends because it's not a dividend paying stock. It pays a dividend, but it's not free money. In fact, no dividend paying stock is free money. The dividends come from the profit rather than the growth. So, but if you want to get back in and you know there's a dividend, ex-dividend date coming up, it's always good to do that. If you want to get back in and you don't, and the valuation's fine, right? So, December 26th, this is VU. December 26th, you've got to be in. So you want to be buying by the 22nd, 23rd to allow 3 days to settle. I always over allow because whatever. But anyway, I want to be back in the next week. Okay? Not all my money because we get a crash and I want to get, but I've improved already. I've improved my position, haven't I? I've lowered my average. I've trimmed my position. I've made profit. You know, if I keep doing that, I then it doesn't matter to me that the market goes down 40% because I've already made the money anyway. If I'm still in it, doesn't matter. If you keep improving your position, learn your averages, and not that averages is the focus, right? Don't get focused on that. Then you're fine. So there we go. The S&P's going up now. We don't want to buy it now. We want to buy it when it goes down again. Improve our position. So our average is improved. SGov, we've got a limit order placed to pay off the margin. We only owe 20 grand now. We'll do that any minute now. That'll go to 151. And when it does, that will kill the margin and it will trim my position. There's still 111 grand there, which is earning me money, guaranteed 100%. For God's sake, even Jerome Powell, the Fed, are now buying short-term treasury bills. Guess what? SGov. They're literally buying the same stock as me. Right. So now we've got 69 flat. Now what we're looking for is another low on Coca-Cola. At the moment, we've got $104,000. Here we go. I'll get up to that million again. Well, I never got a million, but that was the target, right? 104,000. We're down 0.54. That's fine. That's fine. As soon as it goes up, we'll be trimming it and bringing it back into balance. But we want to get lower, right? Can we get 68 something? We're at 69 something now. Can we get 68 something? Yeah, we can. That's what we want. So if it goes lower, nice little drop. Why is it down today? Because of the CEO position. That's all it is. Right. Let me answer some more questions. Let me scroll to the bottom because I've got a lot. Let me go a little near the bottom. Let me go from here. If you get an error message saying tax lot orders unavailable, if you get an error message saying tax lot orders unavailable, that's because you just bought a stock and now you want to sell it straight away. You've got to wait a day. A tax lot order has to settle. You can't buy it now and sell it now. You can buy the other ones you bought yesterday, but you can't buy the one you just bought. So the one you've just bought, it'll be available to sell as a lot tomorrow. Does that answer your question? Lack of sleep causes also dementia. It does. I trade crypto only. All right. That's okay. That's what you want to do. I wouldn't do that, but good luck to you. My P&L is quite better today. Quite better. My profit and loss is quite better today, you said. Good luck to you. I really hope you're doing well. I was referring to the outfield, Martin, your love. I'm not in crypto. Don't think I ever will. Utility, yeah, people focus on that and then don't really understand what it actually means. Hope they all gone soon. Yeah, I can't. Well, they never will. We can't. The world's always going to have bad people in it. You say now January. Yeah. Remember, every time that Tom Lee goes on TV, he wears granny shots on his lapel. He's advertising his ETF. He's paid by CNBC and he's advertising his ETF. And he's known for advertising his Bitmine, his Ethereum fund as well. So he's just selling it. That's it. And every all-time high, he just keeps resetting, just keeps moving it. Just, okay, it'll be all-time high. I mean, that's not a prediction. A prediction is when you say something, you stand by it, and you get it wrong and apologize. A prediction isn't, well, it's going to be all-time high tomorrow, next week, next month. That's not a prediction. That's just obviously manipulation and horrible, pointless, useless. I think in crypto, all contents will be the main page. What do you mean by that? Wrong about crypto, buddy. 40% of crypto might die, but there's a lot that will survive, especially Yearn Finance. Right, okay. I'm not going to respond if you just call me buddy. I'm called Martin. Let's have a nice conversation. XRP wanna fly someday. I see charts. I have known that. XRP want to fly someday. Well, we do believe in XRP. We've covered it from the beginning. but the space is not right now. Honest question, Martin. If you genuinely think the carry trade is going to crash the market on the levels mentioned, then why do you have positions in anything right now? Cash is king during a black swan. No, it's not. Cash is not king during a black swan event. Absolutely not. Why do you think the Fed and me own treasury bills? You don't sit with piles of cash piled up. No one sits with cash piled up. You own treasury bills. You earn more than cash and can sell it whenever you want. So you don't just sit out in cash and wait for doomsday. Absolutely not. You always remain in the market. You're always improving your position. You're always getting building a better position lower down. You're always protecting your money. You're always making money. Sitting on the sidelines doing nothing isn't a strategy. That's just, you're just out of the market. Now, of course, the more money you get and the more money you have, even though the rules should be the same, people that have got no money push it harder to make money. Those with money are a lot more careful. But really, it should be the same either way around. But that's what people do, though. But you protect your money by doing what I'm doing now. I'm in SGov. I'm repositioning. I'm lowering my averages. I'm remaining in the game. Because nobody knows for certain. I do think it's 90%. And I'm not trying to be wishy-washy and, I don't really know. I'm showing you my real trades. I'm showing you what I'm really doing. However, it's best to remain in the market and reposition than just sit out of it. Because if you make the profit on the way up, like what I have been doing, and then you keep buying back at lower prices without paying tax, which is what I'm doing, even if it crashes, I'll still be up. It won't matter if I miss it and when it crashes, I'm not paying attention, which is unlikely, but it could happen. I'm still making money, right? It's been proven statistically, mathematically, historically, to remain in the market is always better than sitting out trying to time it. Now, I can time the market and buy the bottom by remaining in and repositioning, which is what I'm doing. It's fluid. It's forever rolling, ever happening. And that's a lot for some people. A lot of people don't want to do that. And I understand that. There's nothing wrong with living a healthy life and every week buy the market, whether it's up, down, or sideways. Nothing wrong with that. However, I'm putting on a show, going live entertaining every day, showing you there's a better way. It's entertainment, right? I enjoy the markets. I enjoy entertaining. I enjoy talking to people. But you can achieve a good result by just buying every month, every week, every year. Of course, I've made a lot more money doing this. Of course I have. I've 4x the market. Without options and shorts and all that kind of stuff. I've 4x the market. I've beaten Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. I've beaten Bitcoin before. I've beaten all these metrics because I'm doing what I'm doing. So don't just sit out on the market and go, cash is king, I'm just going to sit around and wait. What are you waiting for? At what point will you buy? Most people, when it's the right time to buy, won't. They'll be so afraid, they'll think it's going to keep going down and then they'll miss it. And then long term, it won't even matter if you bought the bottom. What's important is you remain in the game. Now, if it's all too much for you to do every single day in and out, then just buy every week, every month, and you'll be fine with that as well. So Nemesis, I hope that answers your question. I'm highly knowledgeable about crypto, been following facts and details for 6 years now. You're highly knowledgeable. Okay. I don't like saying stuff like that because I make mistakes very rarely, but I do make mistakes. I get things wrong, but I'm always learning. I wouldn't want to say I'm highly knowledgeable. I know everything or I know a lot. I don't think anybody knows anything about crypto because it's all hidden. Everyone reads off scripts and everybody reads shares all the buzzwords, all the phrases, all the things that everybody says. But until you can lift up the hood and look inside, the network, the machine, if you like, and you understand the code and how it's mined and how it's done and how it's this and that and the other, you don't know anything. And I've never met anyone who actually knows. The CEO of Google has admitted he doesn't know how AI works. We covered it live. Well, if you think you're smarter than the CEO of Google, then maybe you know better. XRP holders are never be beaten. All right. Be careful, Huang, though. This whole thing of like we're in a cult. And you're one of my great supporters and one of my friends, and I like you. But be careful saying we can never be beaten and all this stuff. You're not in a cult. You're not in a fan club, because let me tell you, the people that tell you to buy and the people that tell you pay me thousands of dollars and all this nonsense will be gone in 3 seconds. I won't. I'm here every day, all day. They'll be gone. So you're not in, they won't support you. They'll dump it. I've seen Reddit groups set up to influence and try, they can't, but they think they can, influence a stock. I mentioned one earlier. And the moment it gets dodgy, the people that set up the account dump it on everybody and everyone's running around going, what happened? It's like the GameStop thing. The GameStop short. A handful of people made money. Everybody else lost money. So be careful being part of the XRP army. There's nobody in that army who is reliable. Nobody. I'll never leave you. I'll always be here. Be careful of those people. Like our sensei talking to, I'm not sure what that means. I've literally been staring at crypto and math and volume and fluctuating numbers like it's a slot machine 12 hours a day for the last 6 years. So don't tell me you know what's up with crypto, mister. I think that's a stupid comment. I don't believe a word of it. I think what you just said there is a complete lie, fabrication. You don't even use your own name. The 9JEDI doesn't even make sense. You're being rude. You're making claims and statements. I am pretty confident, because I'm in this studio 12 hours a day. I'm pretty confident that you have not spent 12 hours a day for how many years? 6 years staring at charts. So when did you go to work? When did you earn money? I don't believe a word of it. Martyn, if I have 5,000 invests, would you buy one stock or multiple? If I had $5,000 right now, I mean, look, you see what I'm doing with my money right now, aren't you? So, if you've only got $5,000 right now, it depends on what your debt position is. It depends on your knowledge, understanding. But you can see me, you're watching me trade live with my real money. So if I'm buying something now with my real money, then that's what I would say I would do, innit? Because that's what I'm doing. I don't know how it applies to you because I don't know what your situation is. Sorry, Martyn, what is the EVTOL you think after the 19th will be better? So what is with EVTOL? Vertical aerospace, we all made profit with that, 40-odd%, whatever it was. We said it would go down and take profit, and it did. That will go down just as much if the whole market crashes. Vertical aerospace won't be separated from that. Good morning, Martyn. Coca-Cola is beautiful. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Thanks, mate. Looking to work for the first time. Looking to work on this for the first time. A mentor and a great person. Time will tell. Good luck to you, MC. Shorted MicroStrategy. I never short any stock. I don't believe in shorting stocks, as you know. Some time ago, and made some real good on that. Don't understand. What's it? Don't understand. What's it say? Don't understand there's people that buy into this. Giving Michael Saylor your money or buy Bitcoin yourself. Easy choice, right? Well, the idea is if you understand MicroStrategy, you buy Bitcoin at a lower price when it goes down. That because it's leveraged. So, anyway, I'm not going to go on about all that. Martyn, could you answer to my question, please? Why XRP can't reach $100 or $1,000 or Bitcoin and Ethereum? Please let me understand. Okay, you're asking me, Could you answer my question, please? Why XRP can't reach $100 or $1,000 and Bitcoin, Ethereum please let me understand. And Bitcoin or Ethereum did. Could you rephrase your question? But I think what you're saying is, why can't XRP go to 100 because Ethereum and Bitcoin did? Surely that's not what you're asking me. Is that what you're asking me? I want to be absolutely clear. Are you asking me why XRP can't go to 100 because Ethereum and Bitcoin did? Is that what you're saying? I want to be absolutely clear. Is that what you're saying? Appreciate your opinion, Martyn. I appreciate yours, but I don't believe what you just said. For 6 years, 12 hours a day, you've done nothing but read a chart. I think I will give some 10 gifts memberships to your channel. So warm to watch. So warm to watch, says Huang. Wow, look at that. We are having a friendly debate. This is my work. I sell roofs and construction projects and have that kind of free time, including the hours spent during COVID when everything was shut down. Well, that's okay. I can't see how you can spend 12 hours a day reading charts when you're a roofer. You're saying this stuff. I'm just reading what you're saying. All right. Anyway, I have to focus on my members. I'm sure you appreciate. I answer everybody, unlike other people, but I do have to focus on my members, right? So when I say 12 hours a day, that's an average. Some days with 15. Okay, you're having a laugh now. I get it. You're having a laugh now. I get the joke. You spend 15 hours a day reading charts. Well, you're a full-time roofer. Okay. All right. Roofs and construction. All right. I get the joke. Hi, Martyn. Did you give your thoughts on Oracle today? Do you have any time for a review? I haven't got time to do a review today. No, but I was concerned about Oracle. Yes. Massive drop there. But that's not a surprise really. I haven't. I know you'd like to book a review, but I've got a list to do, so I'm going to have to pass on that. I know you'd give me a super chat, which would be very kind, but I've got to pass on it. Knowing means, how could Bitcoin reach 100 but XR... Right, that's what I just said. No, he means, how could Bitcoin reach 100 but XRP can't? Okay. I'll explain why XRP will not, cannot go to $100 by the end of this year. 100%. 100%. This is maths. This is basic stuff. Let me explain this. Right. Okay, I'm going to answer this question and then I'm going to get off because I've got to go. Right. We can all go out tomorrow and buy a load of rubbish. And if we all buy it, it goes up in price. We can all go out tomorrow and dump a load of rubbish and it goes down in price. The way the markets work, the market makers work, in stocks, bonds, shares, doesn't matter, crypto, doesn't matter. Always the same. You match up buyers with sellers. That's how the stock market works, okay? For every buyer, there's a seller. So the market price of anything is determined by who's buying and who's selling. That's a fact. I think we all can agree on that. So if we all go out and buy something and everyone refuses to sell it and people keep buying it, the price will keep going up. Now that's true. So that means some rubbish, pointless, binky bonk, fart coin type coin can go to $1 million in that principle. Yeah, that's true. So anything is possible. Absolutely. However, if you buy a few cents or a few dollars or a few hundred or a few thousand, you have no power to move it. Those that own a lot of it, like Michael Saylor, for example, Bitcoin, or Tom Lee on Ethereum, or BlackRock, they can move the market and they can make it go up and down and then create liquidations. where people retail who haven't got any money, they borrow on margin and get wiped out because they were betting it was going to go up or betting it was going to go down. So the money with the power will always control the price. Always. 100%. I think we can all agree on that. So if you start buying some nonsense, if it's a fart coin or a binky bonk, then institutions, real money is never going to get involved. They're not allowed to. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't even look at it. So there's not going to be a massive run up. There's going to be a certain run up, and then people will dump it on each other, and that's it. So we'll exclude that. That's not going anywhere. I think we can all agree on that. However, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, we've got institutional adoption, government adoption, potentially government control. All right. So now we've got that going on. So now there's an incentive. Banks will often short MicroStrategy. They lent them money. They borrowed. Now they lent them money, convertible notes, blah, blah, blah. It's in their interest to drive Bitcoin down to get more Bitcoin at a lower price. So now you've got a market with massive amounts of power and influence and energy, which you have no control over whatsoever. Zero. So if you play that game, you're taking on a machine that you have no control over and you will never, ever beat. So if we all start buying it and the money comes in and the power comes in and drives it up and it keeps on going up, the money, the real money, not the retail investors, the real money have rules, regulations, shareholders to answer to. They cannot run it up forever because they would be in violation of their own company rules and regulations. They have to sell. We've seen Cathie Wood tell you that Bitcoin's going to $1 million while she's selling it. They're not allowed to own so much of it. They're not allowed for it to go up such a certain price. So you can't just run up forever and think the money is going to follow you and go up forever. They're always going to take the profit. They're always going to bring it back down and never let it get away with itself. Right? So what number is it? What number can it go to? Where do all these numbers come from? Well, there is an element of buying on the way up and everyone joins in and it goes up. But the power, the real control will always take profit when it gets above a certain point and it's the valuation is stretched beyond level. They're already out, so it never goes past that. So how do we get Bitcoin or how do we get XRP to go to $1,000 or $1 million or any of this stuff? Well, to explain that, I will use me as an example. Very simple way of explaining it. I am a business. I earn $100,000 a year. That's the truth. That's what I earn. So if I was selling my business, most people would value me at $200,000. They would give me 2 years. They would look at my business and go, right, you earn 100 grand a year. You're growing and doubling your rate of growth every month. You have no debt. You always turn up. So the management is good. You're reliable, good business. You're growing. I will buy you for $200,000. So if I have one share and I sell the whole company, the whole asset, $200,000 for one share. Or I have 100 shares, or I have 200,000 shares at $1 each. The business is still the same value, isn't it? $200,000. Easy. I think we all agree that's how you can value a business. However, you can't value a crypto asset like that. People will say to you, oh, she can, because XRP will replace Swift and it will earn this amount of money and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're talking about Ripple. You're talking about the system behind the system. The native coin is purely what people are speculating on and like playing cards. Now, every time a transaction is done, a bit of XRP gets burned and everyone goes, there'll become less of it and that will mean it'll become scarce and yada, 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 yada. It's microscopic, the amount of XRP that gets burned, and there's 100 billion of it in the first place. So don't expect it to go up because we're all transacting on it. It goes up because people speculate. The real money, I bet Brad Garlinghouse never even cares about trying to trade XRP at all. He just wants to build the network with Ripple and the banks. That's it. So you can't just manufacture value. Where does it come from? Well, people say, well, Bitcoin's 100,000, so why can't XRP go to 100,000? Well, the first answer, using me as an example with how you value a business, even though you can't value crypto, is Bitcoin has a supply of 21 million. So think of that as 21 million shares, all right? However, XRP is 100 billion. So it can't be the same price as Bitcoin. Now, people will argue in the space that don't understand basic business. They will argue that market cap is not how you can judge crypto. No, you can't. And it is different. I get it. There's the element of speculation. But at the end of the day, the people that run it, the people with the power, are not allowed or would have any interest whatsoever of riding a ridiculously insane overinflated price up and up and up for eternity. They would be out and they would drive it down. And on the way up, those that thought it was going to go up forever and ever and ever, all the retailers with their margin and their leverage would all get wiped out every single time the banks, institutions decide to dump it. Every single time. So since the beginning of time, this rule has always been the case.
A Dark Trobbit has become a member on Extra.
Thank you very much. On Extra channel. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Dark Trobbit. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. It's awesome. So you're never going to get XRP going to the same price as Bitcoin. It's utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. And it doesn't matter how much you tell people that, they don't listen. They don't listen. Since the beginning of time, one thing has always been true. Maths, science always makes sense. Now, science makes mistakes, but it's constantly refining itself and correcting itself, always looking for an improved answer. Well, that's what we do. When we discover we got it wrong, we find out why we got it wrong and corrected it. However, greed, nonsense, selfishness, there's no level parameter to control that. It's just out of control. And the people with the money and the power will always squash it anyway. People said they wanted regulation with crypto because when you get regulation, everyone's going to buy it. What happened when we got when we got the ETF? Nothing. It's been sold off ever since. You do not have appreciation or approval or love from the network, the system, the government. You have control now. Oh, we don't want that. That's why we like Bitcoin, because there's no control, decentralized. It's not decentralized at all. It's controlled by governments. It's controlled by the system, whether you like it or not. BlackRock, Michael Saylor, a handful of people control it. It always happens. Money always rises to the top. A handful of people control it all. And that's where crypto investors go wrong. They think if they join a cult, they can control it. Well, you can't. Never since the beginning of time have you ever been able to do that. And you never will. Common sense, facts, science will always win. Every single time. You can believe what you like. I hear all the time. People say, I believe. Don't use the word believe as a faith. It's not a religion. It doesn't care you own it. Brad Garlinghouse isn't going to come around and thank you for buying XRP. They couldn't give two monkeys' hoots. So don't believe in anything. Believe in yourself. Read, understand, but don't read. The trouble is, in the crypto space, it's very difficult to find the truth. So what do? What do I do when I want to know about crypto? Do I go and watch certain YouTubers and say, oh, if I buy XRP and I send it to him and I pay him thousands of dollars, he'll take care of it for me? Do I do that? No. Do I listen to someone when they say it's going to go up to $1 million? No. Because they're just selling videos. What do I do? What I've always done. When I was the world piano man and I toured the world, how do you think I booked the best theatres in the world? I've played in the best theatres and concert halls in the world. How do you think I did it? I made friends with the very people that run the theatre. Is it because I'm the best singer in the world? I have the best show in the world? No. Who is the best singer? Who is the best show? It's a matter of opinion, isn't it? So what I did is I made friends. Phil Harrison, about 10 years ago, was the manager of the Blackpool Grand, the #1 variety theatre in Britain, probably Europe. Everyone's played there. Royal Command performances, the Beatles to the Rolling Stones. I played there. Guess how I played there? I met Phil Harrison, made friends with him, and he booked my show. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Now I make friends, Mark Cuban, Jerry Jones. I talk to Bank America, Robin Hood, friends at Ripple. I talk to the people that run the thing. And that's it. And I share it with you. That's it. I read balance sheets. I go to earnings calls. I even attend earnings calls. I've been invited to speak on earnings calls. I've actually been on the call, not present the call, on the call. I pick up the phone. I'll show you. I'll pick up the phone. I've got everybody in my phone. Here, a couple of days ago on my show, you asked me to text the CEO of Mobix. There's Phil Sanson. I text him on the show. He replied to me. I can text pretty much any CEO you want now. Do it all the time. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. So that's what I do. And then when I get that information, I share it. I don't listen to people selling me news on the telly, on YouTube, talking absolute bloody nonsense. I hope this helps you. I'm going to go now. I've got other things I have to do now. I just wanted to come live. There's no closing bell this afternoon because I've got personal issues to deal with today. So I've got to take care of that. But I wish everyone the very best. Judge people by what they do and not what they say. If someone says to you, send me your money, pay me to send me your money, it's rubbish. If they say, I'm not a financial advisor, but I've got this company that's got gradation, find out what the gradation is. It's rubbish. You can buy it in an hour online. It's nonsense. If they are really that good and they were running a fund, they're not even on YouTube. They're not even allowed to be on YouTube if they're a real fund doing it properly. Did you realize that? You cannot broadcast if you are a proper fund. You can't sit on a YouTube channel telling everybody to buy something. Even Tom Lee, who has his own channel, who has his own product, doesn't tell you what you should be buying, doesn't say send me money. It's external of the YouTube channel. And if they're coming out with nonsense about valuations, it's all flipping rubbish. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. All right. Anyway, so there you go. I'm making money again on the S&P 500. I've lowered my average. I've trimmed my position. I've got 44 grand. It'll go up massively in a moment when the SGov sells. As soon as SGov hits 151 cents, it'll sell, play off the margin. I've been buying Coca-Cola on the way down. We're starting to stabilize now. Maybe I've got the bottom. Doesn't matter. When we go up, I'll sell the higher ones, keep the lower ones. I'll make money. I'm only slightly off an all-time high despite. Look, I'm like a couple $100 off an all-time high, despite all of this nonsense. XRP, Bitcoin, all the rest of it, it's behaving like a flippant. Well, in fact, it's not really, is it? It's like a stable coin. It's not going anywhere. Nobody wants to buy this, and they're just waiting for the next round of buffoons to pump it up, to dump it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If you suddenly see it rally, everybody will pile in, they'll all start buying it, and it will go straight back down again. That is not investing. I don't know what that is. I don't even call that gambling anymore. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let me finish off. Last couple of comments. So when I say, read that, no, he means Bitcoin. Right, I answered all that. Fair enough. I love you, Martyn. I'm just trying to help you see some good things about some good things. And we have had a good talk. If you'd love to become a member, you can call into the show and we can have a conversation anytime. Market cap discussion incoming. Looking at your portfolio, I feel that I must always strive to learn from you. You are truly extraordinary. There's nothing extraordinary about me at all. Nothing special about me at all. I do the most simplest things. All of you here that invest with crypto the way you do, and all the transferring and custodians and da-da-da, you're wrong, but you're much smarter than me. That stuff is way too technical, way too complicated. What I do is really simple. I talk to people that work at the business. I find out what the business does. I find out what it's worth. And I buy it. And I tell you. I don't have fancy charts. I don't have fancy information. I just have basic common sense. That's it. All right. I've got to get out of here. Roofing sales. Oh, roofing sales. I own my own company. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much indeed. Oh, hang on. Have we got sound effects turned down?
I can't believe
this. I can believe it. Martyn, do you think XRP hits $50 in the next 2 years? I can't see any reason why it would at the moment. My question was, Martyn, do you have any info regarding NVIDIA? Yes, I do, but I've run out of time. I'll share it tomorrow. So XRP is rubbish, says Micro. There's big money attached to Solana. A rebound sends bonk
I can't
up.
believe this.
I can believe it. We got new members. Would everybody please thank Huang? Was it Kevin? Did he say it's Kevin? Call me Kevin. Kevin has just donated. He's paid for 10 memberships. Bloody hell. Please thank him. Amazing. Hello, Martyn. Do you have any contacts? Yes.
I can't believe this.
Ripple needs to burn 20% of XRP if they want to comply with new regulations and want to become a bank, says Vocal Vosser. You're correct for normal stocks where MK applies. XRP grows and increases from usage. We will all see in the future. Keep that same energy. You're a newbie in this arena.
I can't believe this.
I've been in crypto for about 4 years. I bought it at 38 cents. So I'm probably not as smart as you. Like I said, everybody knows more than me. But at the end of the day, you have kept Mr. Martyn waiting for a long time. So here is a gift for you immediately. That's very kind.
I can't believe this.
Bonk, SHIB, Sol, etc. are built on the Ethereum blockchain. Dogecoin is not so popular, and Prince Coin's daily and not built on Ethereum. Do you leverage, Martyn? I use margin, but I don't do this 10x, 20x, 100x leverage. No. XRP is built on, and I only do it on.
I can't believe this.
On the assets you've seen me do it today. Have the debate like Mickey and have this debate like with Mickey and live stream it. It would bring unbelievable numbers viewing wise. That speech does seem like you're prepared for the. I understand the financial system. I understand the financial system of crypto better than most here. Actually, I do understand it, but the native coin and the way you're trading it is not what it's about. Running late here now. The channel Lab of Crypto explains it too and explains the manipulation. Will, founder and president of Virgin Galactic, was on Bloomberg to promote the space industry, especially the space X. Thank you, Den. The market is pure manipulation. Thanks, Martyn, to David Hensley.
I can't believe this.
Thank you very much for all the links, David. All these new members. Thank you so much indeed. XRP likes to pump on Bitcoin consolidation after Bitcoin. Yes, that's true. It's all done on an algorithm anyway. I respect your opinion, Martyn. That's why we're all here. But I do think you're alienating most of your subscriber base.
I can't believe this.
I am. But I'm doing that on purpose, Nemesis. I'm not here to gain subscribers. I'm here to do what's right. That's the difference between me and everybody else. I'm not looking at thinking, if I say this, I get subscribers. If they don't want to listen because I'm saying something they don't agree with, then go and watch something else. I'm sorry that they leave, of course. 4 years of work and I'm losing subscribers because of it. It's horrible, but I'm not going to stop doing it. So have a great day. Thank you. Right, I'm out of here. Lots of new members. Please do thank Kevin. I believe that's the name he says I can use now. So thank you so much indeed. Or thank you for the subscriber. I'm just going to tell you how it is. If you don't like it, go and watch some idiot who will just tell you to give you all his money, give you all your money. I'm not here for that. I'm not going to pretend that I am otherwise. All right, so did we go up or down today? 64. We stayed the same. We didn't go up, we didn't go down, we didn't go up. There you go. Still got 107,000 people. I'm doing what's right, not what's popular. All right. Okie dokie. So, any more buys? No, can't buy Coca-Cola yet. I'm about to sell SGov to clear the margin. And I trimmed the S&P and lowered my average. No, perfect. Right, I'm out of here. Thank you ever so much. Have a wonderful day. There's no closing bell this afternoon because I've got personal things to deal with, health issues. So what I'm going to do now is send everyone to the extra channel. We're having a debate with Sensei. This will be good. Let me give you the link here. There you go. I'll pin that to the top. We're going here to the extra channel. Let me make sure it's all set there. And it's a live debate. You can join in and you can be part of that. I'll see you back in the morning. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful to you. There's no need to lose money. Have a great time and try to avoid all the nonsense. That's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. Take care of yourselves and each other.